All right, everybody. So we are discussing the state of the races here: presidential, Senate, House, gubernatorial. There's so much at stake here in this 2016 election cycle. It's unbelievable. But of course, there's president polls that have been coming pretty much daily. We will go over who has the edge and each candidate's possible scenarios to win. This is MEC USA. All right. So let's first go with what our two candidates have been polling nationally. This is just as of May 3rd. This is the MEC Real Clear Politics average nationally. Hay has a 3.3 lead. I believe Obama won by around 3.7. So, in that regards, Epideli is doing a little better than Romney, but Mitt Romney, of course, lost in a 332 to 206 fashion, which was a complete blowout in 2012. So, a little better than that. I think he needs to be a lot better than that. But if you look at each state individually, it's just more interesting. And I'll go over that. There's just stuff that I think fascinates me, and it's just mind-boggling to me. Now, let's look at our map here. We have Troy Hay. We have 191 electoral votes that are safe. And here's the most interesting state that we're categorizing as safe. Nevada. See, this state is a very competitive state. I mean, George Bush won the state twice. I can pull up here. Obama won the state by 6.7, but this state was still contested. It was no stretch of the imagination safe Obama. But the fact that a state like Nevada is safe, that is really significant. And Missouri being a safe state for Epideli, that's a little bit of good news on Epideli's part, considering that it was, known as the Show Me State of Missouri. It's certainly but it's becoming a little less competitive and you know less needed. Um, but it has been trending more Republican. Um, McCain won this. Bush won this. Romney won this. It hasn't gone blue since Bill Clinton. Now let's look at the likely states. Colorado and New Mexico. I mean, New Mexico was a safe state in 2012, and the fact that it's likely a little bit of good news for Epideli, but I don't know if it's going to flip towards Epideli's column. But Colorado, the fact that Colorado is a likely state. This state was heavily competitive in 2012. This state was a toss-up. Obama won this by 5.4. No stretch of the imagination, a likely state. Now let's go to our lean states. Minnesota being a lean state. Let's go back to 2012. Minnesota was won by Obama, 7.7. Hay is polling 8.4 there. So Hay's doing a little better, but nonetheless, it's a lean. Virginia and New Hampshire. Virginia and New Hampshire being lean blue. Not toss-ups, lean blue. Virginia, very competitive. In 2012, this state was won by Obama by 3.9 points. And that the fact that this is not a toss-up state, this just really hurts the Republicans' chance of taking the White House back. This state used to be solidly in the Republican column, but the fact that it's not even a battleground state now is that I think that should trouble a lot of Republicans. New Hampshire is always a contested state, but now maybe not so much. New Hampshire is in the lean column. Let's look at how much Obama won New Hampshire. 5.6. New Hampshire has always been down to the wire, or decided by less than 6. But Hay is polling 8.4 out of New Hampshire. He is polling over 8 points. He has over an 8-point lead in New Hampshire. It's crazy. Now let's get into the battleground states. Arizona is a toss-up. Arizona, a toss-up. Georgia, a toss-up. Let's look at Georgia. Georgia was, solid red. this wasn't competitive in 2012, and now Georgia is all of a sudden competitive in 2016. So those two states being competitive, that is pretty bad news for the Republicans. I want to go to the Rust Belt here: Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and these are where this is really where Epideli's campaign hopes to win. This is where they plan to make their gains, up here. And of course, Ohio is contested. It's always been that way, and it probably always will be. Florida, always a big contest. Ugh. With its 29 electoral votes, it's almost like you have to win Florida. It's very hard to win the White House without winning Florida, or at least, in the 90s and 2000s. Now, let's go over each candidate's path to winning and what path is most likely going to happen. So, here is Troy Hayes' path to winning. He could literally just win. You just hold on to the Obama states. And he's got it. Or he could just hold on to Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania. He's got it. Hell, he might not even need that. If he takes Florida, no guarantee because Florida is always contested, and the home state of his running mate, David Garcia, in North Carolina. And he's got it. Or maybe Georgia's showing something, and you take Georgia, Arizona, PA. I mean, it doesn't really take a lot for he to win. He can literally just take Ohio and Pennsylvania. Bam, he's got it. Epideli, on the other hand, well, he has a little bit of a harder path to winning. He needs to take Ohio. He needs to take Iowa. He needs to take Nebraska second. He needs to take Maine second. He needs to take Arizona and Georgia. He needs to take North Carolina. He needs to take Florida, of course. And he's got to pick off one of these. He's campaigning in Michigan. That's how he wins, right? Easier said than done. And I'll tell you why. So, All right. Hold on, I gotta do something right now. All right. Here is polling from the state of Florida. Hay is leading here 3.3 percentage points. And you might say, oh, this is really tight. This is neck and neck. Yeah, Florida is always neck and neck. But let's look at 2012. Obama won here by less than a point in 2012. And even in 2008, Obama still didn't surpass a 3-point victory in this state. Hay is polling better than Obama did versus McCain in this state. And that is bad news for the Epideli campaign. And it's even worse because Epideli has not even set foot in the state of Florida. It just kind of, mind boggles me. I'm like, how do you expect to win the White House without even having one campaign rally in the state of Florida? I don't know. Maybe the Epideli campaign knows something I don't. Maybe he'll campaign later or something. But he's got to catch up with Troy Hay if he wants any chance to win the White House. He'll need Florida. And so Florida, Hayes got, and I'm going to show you North Carolina polling. And look, it's the same. Look, it's the same as Florida. He has a 3.3 lead. Mitt Romney flipped North Carolina. Let's go back to Mitt Romney flipped North Carolina. He won this by 2 points. And now, Obama did win North Carolina in 2008, but it wasn't towards the magnitude of over 3 points. That really shows you something. Hay is performing better than Obama did in 2008. Epideli is underperforming even some John McCain margins. How does he win the White House? His path seems very unlikely at this moment. And not to mention, he hasn't even set foot in North Carolina either. So, and look, that brings Troy Hay to 276 electoral votes. North Carolina and Florida, 2 states Epideli has not campaigned in once. That brings Troy Hay to his victory. He doesn't need Michigan. He's lean there, but he is lean there by 3.1 percentage points. He doesn't need Pennsylvania, although he is lean there. He doesn't need Wisconsin, although he is lean there. He doesn't need Ohio. Ohio, Epideli is lean in. Georgia. He doesn't even need Iowa. Now, if the polling was accurate, if the election were held today, Troy Hay would get 330 electoral votes. Epideli would get 208. Honestly, it might be more. He could take Ohio. It's neck and neck there. Epideli is leading by 4 points, but he could take that. He could very well take Georgia. He could very well take Arizona too. That put him at 375 to 163. He could win this in a landslide. I'm not saying he will. He may, the dynamic of this race may change. But the lay of the land here, it is not looking very good for the Epideli campaign. They need to do something about this, and they need to do something about this now if they even care about their chances of winning the White House, because 2 states they need in order to win, they haven't even started to campaign it. We shall see. The election is May 25th. So a lot can change. A lot can change. All right, we are going to get Troy Hay on here. and he's the Democratic nominee, obviously. We shall see what he is thinking, what states he needs to campaign in. All right. Hello, Troy.
Hi. Am I the only one on?
Yeah.
Okay, hold up. Okay. Okay. When was I supposed to show up? Well,
You were now, I was just finished I just, finished talking about scenarios and stuff.
oh my god, I missed it.
Yeah. Hey, if you
Can
want,
you please post it?
yeah, I'll post this live stream.
Oh, it's live?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, can you re-say it?
All right. So
Say it over again?
So I'll recap with everyone the map here. Look at this. The fact that this is really interesting. I know Nevada is your home state, but the fact that it went from a competitive state in 2012 to just safe Democrat, that's just amazing. And the fact that Colorado's likely Democrat, Virginia is lean Democrat. It was so contested in 2012, and now it's lean Democrat. Isn't New Hampshire supposed to be a toss-up? Nope. It's lean Democrat. That alone it tells you something.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it is. I was just telling my viewers, here's the national average, right?
Yeah.
Obama won by around 3.9 points, I think. So
yeah, national average, yeah.
Oh, huh?
I said, yeah, it's about right. 3.9.
Yeah, and you're leading by 3.3. In that respect, in the popular vote, Epideli's doing a little better, but seriously, Obama won in a landslide. He's got to do more than just a little better. But if you get to states like North Carolina, 3.3. Obama won the state in 08 by 0.3. You're leading there. He hasn't even set foot in North Carolina. He hasn't even set foot in Florida, which he needs to campaign sometime. And let's look at what those two states would do to you. Look, you already win if you carry those two states.
Yep. I need a combination of, I need Florida and I need one more and I'm done.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, is the election on the 25th?
Yeah.
That's far away. I thought it was supposed to be last week.
Well, here's the thing, Troy. I made it the 25th. I know that's a very controversial thing of me to do, but I'm like, when you guys started campaigning, I'm like, why have this for a week? I want this for 3 weeks. I love this. I really love this, and I feel like we needed to extend this.
Yeah. Yeah, he hasn't done very much. I'm trying to
No,
look.
he has only one speech in Michigan, and he's down there. But Michigan, he's only down. Uh, let's go to Michigan. Hold on. Because I know the Michigan. He's only down like 3.1 in Michigan. It's a tight race. It's about neck and neck in Michigan. That's very interesting. I mean,
Yeah.
Michigan was competitive in 2012. Let's look at the margins. Obama won Michigan by 9.5. Do you feel like Michigan might be a loss for your campaign?
My campaign?
Yeah. Do you feel
we plan to win?
Do you have any concerns over Michigan?
Yeah, I'll be visiting Michigan. We'll be doing some talking to people in we're gonna go to Wayne County, where Detroit is. We're gonna go talk to the people out there. I mean, they've been hit. They were one of the most hit by this with the automobile crash in 2008, stock market crash. They were one of the biggest hit. So of course we're gonna go out there. We're not. We believe that the people of Michigan will make the right decision.
All right.
I am fully faithful and I will be talking to. I'll be talking and going to Michigan. So I have full faith in people in Michigan. That's what I have to say. We're gonna hit next week. We plan to hit Arizona hard and Pennsylvania hard. That's what we're gonna do. Pennsylvania, Arizona. We're gonna make a few stops in Georgia just to get their base rolling, and go to Iowa, see what they're thinking. Go to Iowa again because I've been to Iowa 5 times now, so I've been to Iowa a lot. People of Iowa are the best. Maybe stop in Texas.
All right, but let's look. Epideli is leading 4.3 points in Ohio. Obviously, his running mate is from Ohio. Do you think he could still win Ohio?
I think Ohio is definitely a toss-up state. We're going to be focusing. We have almost 4 weeks until this election. Almost 3.5 weeks. So we're going to be focusing on every state. Every state is in our mind. We're not just going to focus on battleground states. We're going to go everywhere. We're going to go to Mississippi. We're going to go to Wyoming. We're going to go out to Nebraska, down to Louisiana, down to New Orleans. We're going to go everywhere. This is a 50-state campaign, not just the ones that matter. And I think that if we were to just focus on the ones that people say matter, all states matter. So I'm going to be focusing on every state. And each state matters to me, not just the certain safe states.
All right.
And I believe that I'm the only candidate that has put forth the effort and has talked to people, has been listening to what the people value most. And how intense some of the problems in this country, what problems we have in this country. Big pharma, retirement security for older Americans. Social Security, some people say, is supposed to run out by 2035. That's going to be one of my main focuses as president will be to continue the funding for Social Security for our older Americans because it's important that they get their money back. They paid into it, so they deserve their share. This isn't really a debate, but I want everybody to know that my main focus will be to help seniors too as well.
All right.
And Congressman Garcia, my running mate will be in Wisconsin and Arizona over the weekend, so he's going to be hitting that hard too. This is a campaign for everyone. This is a campaign for our values, and they will not be under attack.
All right. Now let's talk about the Green Party candidate Robert Sanders entering the race. Do you see Robert Sanders as a threat?
I think your question is, he is a competitor. We're all vying for the same job. I believe that Mr. Sanders definitely has electability, but he doesn't reach out to all Americans like myself. I don't just reach out to Democrats. This is an American campaign, not a Democratic campaign. It's not. It's where we want. This is a big tent. We want the Democratic Party to be a big tent party, a party that accepts conservatives, accepts anyone, accepts the Constitution, American independence, anybody.
Well, in this polarized America,
it's very polarizing.
Very divided.
But what I want to do, this country needs.
In this divided America, you said you're accepting of conservatives. How will you get conservatives to be accepting of you? That's my question.
Of me? Okay. So what we plan to do is we plan to reach out to more conservatives because I won't be taking guns away from responsible gun owners. That's not what I want to do. I want to reward those who commit crimes such as like shootings, strict crimes. The people that are responsible gun owners should not be affected by the laws put in place to stop people from buying certain guns. I do believe in background checks, but it comes at a time where in America, families don't feel safe in their homes. And as president, I'm going to be fighting the crime. The amount of crime and the amount of the murder rate is tremendously higher than it was back in the 50s and 40s. I guess back in the 50s and 40s and 50s, we didn't have the technology and the way to calculate the murder rate, but we're one of the highest murder rates, or we have the highest murder rates in the world. I want to end that. But I don't want to spoil it for the people that are responsible and do what they're supposed to do. It's not fair for them. And with the coal miners, I broke away from my party.
All right. So, last question: how will you appeal to progressives?
Okay, so with the progressives, we're all Democrats. Democrats, like I said, are a Big Ten party,
All right.
and
So,
I
I'm sorry, we're running out of time here.
how do I run out of time? We got all night. I thought.
Dude, like we have to bring in Epideli. We have to like keep rolling in here. I have to like sleep soon. And also,
Oh, I'm sorry.
and also, I really have to like go to the bathroom right now.
Oh, okay.
You know what? What do I do here? I really need to go to the bathroom right now. I don't like. I don't want to like.
We'll go to.
I don't want to like keep this live stream in like suspense and everything. I guess I'll.
Well, yes, use the bathroom. If you want to talk to me, the door is always open. Just call.
Yeah.
Okay. I will.
All right. I'm gonna put on some like music or something. ABC music or I don't know.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Well, thanks. We talked to Democratic candidate for president, Senior Senator Troy Hay. I thank you for your time, and thanks
It was
for
a
coming
pleasure.
on.
Thank you for having me. It was definitely much fun. Thank you.
All right. All right. We will take a quick commercial break here.
Manage anything.
Oh, come on.
Even lead nurturing. Put your embarrassing sales team name here.
It's live. It's 4:30 on the E.
All right. Oh, you have a Epideli on. All right. We have Republican nominee, Epideli. Epideli, say hi, I guess.
Hello.
All right. So, let's look at the electoral map. How does your campaign feel right now? Is your mic not working or something? Epideli.
I'm convinced that it's rigged. No, I'm just kidding. I think we can narrowly pull this off, but the smear campaigns of my opponent would probably pull this off.
All right. Well, it's very interesting that you said that your opponent is running smear campaigns. And in what way do you think he's running smear campaigns?
Well, he says I'm against women's rights, which I'm obviously not. He brings up that I'm against coal miners' rights, and he says I'm anti-LGBT. And I've never pushed out any attack ads against them ever. All I use is positive ads because that's what I want my campaign to be, positive.
All right. Positive campaigning. But let's look at the electoral map here. Let's give a quick. I'm going to give a quick recap. Virginia is lean. Hey, this is supposed to be competitive. Virginia. New Hampshire is supposed to be competitive. It's lean Troy Hay. And your campaign hasn't even set foot in these two states. And
Well, I've been a representative in regular MEC, so I really haven't had time, but I put a little bit of my time into this one, so.
all right, not the thing I would say in an interview, but we'll go with that. But
Trust me, I'm an uncensored politician. I don't care.
well, people like an honest politician, I guess. Does it concern you that Georgia and Arizona are toss-ups? In 2012, these weren't toss-up states. These weren't.
Well, you have to consider that my opponent's the bandwagon. I guess you could say Uberfell, basically. He always has the community support behind him because he's so popular in these smaller communities. So, and I guess they're just not used to bigger people.
All right. But let's look at some key states and key polling that I really want to show. All right. Here's the national average. Hay is up 3.3 in the national average. You're doing slightly better than Mitt Romney did, but Mitt Romney lost in a
I'm also
landslide.
doing better than Donald Trump is. I mean, in real life, but I know this is 2016, but.
Yeah. Shh. No Donald Trump. Donald Trump is for forsaken purposes. Donald Trump is just a businessman in this MEC.
Donald Trump died of a heart attack.
No. He didn't. Fake news. But like, I guess he can endorse you or something. Like, he's not a presidential candidate. And
I'm not into these big endorsement things, Troy Hay's been doing. I'm not into that type of stuff. I want to run grassroots campaigns with little campaigning because I think the voters will know that I'll do well.
All right. Well, that's an interesting strategy, but does it really pay off? You're down 3.3 points in Florida. Obama beat McCain by 2.8 in Florida. You're doing worse than McCain in Florida.
Polling can be wrong.
Yeah,
can be
polling
very wrong.
can be wrong, but the fact that if the polling was right, you would be doing worse than John McCain. How do you expect to win Florida? And not to mention, you haven't even campaigned once in the state of Florida. I have
campaigned once, but I haven't specified where I've campaigned ever because I don't feel like wasting. I know you have a pretty community. I just don't want to waste all my time on there if it makes any sense.
Yeah, but
you were a member of MEC. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And you know how it goes there. It's pretty busy.
Yeah.
But I do appreciate.
And North Carolina, 3.3. Obama won North Carolina by like less than a point. How do you expect to win the presidency when you haven't even set foot in Florida and North Carolina?
Well, I actually have a life compared to some people, but I really haven't. I mean, I've been wanting to run for president in the community. It's just I haven't really wanted to campaign much because I've been focused on running for re-election in other communities.
All right, but
so the question arises: should I have ran for president? The answer is no, but I wanted to. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, but why should we vote for you if you don't even want to win? If you don't even want to,
I never said I did not want to win. I said I shouldn't have ran for president. That doesn't mean I do not want to win. I want to win out of all.
then why not campaign in Florida and North Carolina?
I did not know Troy Hay had this big of support. I mean, sure, all the state communities that they used to have in Google Plus all voted for him. So I should have thought about that.
But maybe, perhaps the reason why Troy Hay has as much support is that he has campaigned in pretty much everywhere in states that you haven't even set foot
Can I
in.
point out that the electorate in this community is made up about of 80% liberals, somewhere around there?
No, that is not true. In fact, the community is actually about even.
If you don't, 1 second. You can continue speaking. I'll be on mute for a second.
That's not true. That's not true. If that were the case, you wouldn't even be competitive here.
I mean, half the people are alt, so
No. See,
this is not offensive on you, but I'm just saying half the people are either people I've never heard of, they're not active, or they're alts. And I think there's 30 members. If you correct me if I'm wrong.
25.
25? I thought there was 28. 26. Okay. So you have Aramis Walker, which is I've never heard of him.
That's
I don't
AJ
even see-
Walker. That's AJ Walker.
Who's that?
AJ Walker is a liberal Republican. He wasn't active in weeks though.
Oh, okay. Alicia Maffei.
Oh yeah, that's a friend from school.
Alex Trump.
That's a friend from school.
I'm sure that's not his real name though.
No,
Oh,
it's not his
positive.
real name.
Okay, Alex Y.
Oh yeah, that's that's another friend from school.
Brian
I have
Tucker.
a lot. I added a lot of friends from school into this community.
Chandler Hankins. Chris Miller, I know he's active. Chris P. Bacon.
I don't know who that is.
Dave Schneier, he's not active. He's not really active in this community. Dave Schneier. You have David Terry. Emma Galdames. Gabriel Virgil. Grace Hansen. Which I'm sure that's alt.
That's not an alt.
Who is it?
Not really sure, but
That's a person's name from a TV show.
no, I think you're thinking of Chris Hansen.
No, this is off a Netflix series, I'm pretty sure. I know who Chris Hansen is. I love that show.
Yeah.
Would you take a seat, please?
Yeah.
Did you stop by to have a quickie with a 4-year-old before you came? No, 13-year-old before you went to Iraq? Great show.
Yeah, I love when there's a guy with the pizza and he's like,
Yes. I can't remember his name. But do you know who Michael Gentile is?
no.
He does weird videos of cats.
He's
Yeah.
like, and then and Chris Hansen's like, I've never had.
Oh, it's the guy. Let me think of his name. But he brings pizza and he offers him pizza.
Yeah, he's like, want a slice? Yeah.
Wait, I think I found it. 1 second. This is very off discussion.
Yeah, I know. Let's get back onto discussion.
All right, 1 second.
Well,
His
what's your,
name's Jeff Sokol.
oh yeah, that sounds familiar. What's
Okay,
your
I'm sorry,
campaign's
continue.
path to winning?
My campaign's path to winning is the common man. We want to focus.
No, like states, like
Oh, I believe that we could either pick up Arizona, Georgia, maybe Florida.
Well, I mean, you have to campaign there.
I'd have to run the table to win.
You have to campaign in Florida. If you can campaign hard in Florida, you might have a chance.
Well, when's the election? The 26th?
25th.
That's a long ways away.
Yeah. I made it a long way away because I just felt you guys need more campaigning because, like,
the community seems very inactive. Very.
No, it seems actually quite active for, like, a separate mock election community.
So I have a question about this. It's about like another mock election community, and it's not one of the big mock elections. It's like a state government one.
No.
So
this is pretty much.
So there's no primaries, basically.
Huh?
There's no primaries.
We had primaries and you won.
Who did I defeat again?
Jackson Hitchcock.
Oh, yeah, that's right. My vice presidential candidate, Terrell McCann, has been very inactive in this.
Yeah, that's a big problem. Your VP being inactive.
But there's hardly anyone I could choose. I asked Soriano Garcia if he would be mine. He's denied it. Then he went.
He's already Hayes VP.
I know, but I chose him before that. He said, "No, I'm not going to run for VP of anyone." And he accepts it, so that kind of hurt me.
Yeah. All right. So now let's be fair. The Rust Belt is kind of close. Michigan, might have a problem.
Right.
Pennsylvania is looking a little close. Wisconsin's looking a bit close. And now if you can campaign, and Ohio, you're already leading in. So I think if you could get the Rust Belt plus Florida, you could definitely win.
So you're trying to get Troy Hay to join, or is he just inactive?
Oh, no. Troy Hay joined a while ago.
I want to debate him on an issue.
Yeah, I'll schedule a debate between you two. I just don't want it to be tonight.
I just kind of am wondering how Robert Sanders is getting 2 votes.
Yeah, same here.
Because he's like he's a leftist. Come on.
Yeah.
Like liberal leftist.
He's a socialist. Not even Bernie Sanders endorsed him. Now, to be fair, like in real life, Bernie Sanders endorsed Hillary Clinton over Jill Stein, and that was really my justification for him endorsing Troy Hay.
But it does seem like Troy Hay's obsessed with these celebrity endorsements. Very obsessed.
Well, Troy Hay is really invested in his campaigning, unlike somebody.
And I'm aware of that because I have other things to do.
Yeah,
I'm part of the main MEC, you know. And I'm part of the RNC there, and it's hard for me to
maybe voters will have pity on you. I don't know.
Maybe.
Only time will tell.
But the funny thing is he's getting endorsements from some very, very controversial people.
Like?
What's her name? Let me find her. There's a picture of her. There she is. Wait, never mind. Okay, I'm sorry. Continue. I was thinking of another person.
All right, Epideli. We thank you for coming on. Best of luck to you. Hopefully, hopefully, you know,
Yeah, it goes good. That's what I'm hoping.
yeah,
All I want to say is God bless America.
yeah. I can't. I mean, I'm neutral on this. I mean,
Uh-huh.
I have a personal preference, but I can't say who that is for.
Yeah, I have a question just a little off topic. I think I may discuss this with you later, though,
All right,
because I think it's a good deal I have for you.
all right. Well,
All right.
good night,
All right.
Epideli,
Uh-huh.
and we will end this live stream.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Good night.
All right. So let's recap things. Troy Hay seemed more invested in his campaign. Well, Epideli's like, I got other things. I got other things. You know, you start to wonder, maybe that's why Epideli is losing by so much right now. Who knows? Maybe voters will have pity on him. I don't know. Only time will tell. Till then, I'll see you later. See you later, America. And we will end this.